Hello everyone and welcome back to Bladesong. Okay then, so first things first, we are completely out of points, so we need to end the day. But before we do so, we might as well go ahead and take a look at the different traders. If they have cheap books, I want to get my hands on them. Okay, you are fine. We have 43 steel. Tell you what, I will buy maybe 20 more in case we need it. He's offering the steel at the same price as the iron peddler, so it's fine. But thank you, that's it for now. What about, well, the iron peddler? She is, yeah, still 5 coins the same, but, oh, nice, 50 coins, absolutely. They are half price compared to the other ones, so I will go ahead and buy it. And that's it for now. I don't want to buy scrap, in fact, I might want to sell scrap, but it's good to have in case we need to break something down with extra points at the end of the day. So that's it for now, thank you. And Oscar. So these are the timber yards of Eren Keep, apparently. Okay then, so what do you have? Ooh, nice. Another 2 books for 50. Rise and Shine and Rise and Shine Volume 2. Okay. Let's just go for it. Thank you. And in case you want to buy wood, that's going to be 2 coins each. Sounds good to me. Okay then. I think we are done for now. Thank you and goodbye. So, where do we want to go tonight? I have a suspicion. I think the game might be testing us. I suspect that Lucas is taking so long and Chef was asking us for food. Basically, I think we need to go out and periodically talk to her to make sure she is alright. Maybe if we neglect her, she will die. So tell you what, maybe every 2 or 3 days I will go out and talk to her just to make sure that she is fine until Lucas talks to us. So I think today I will quickly go and go to the camp, make sure she's okay, and then we will go somewhere important for the story. Ooh, we have 3 crows and this noble girl. Okay, so we have 9 points. So we can only do one thing, no matter what. Let me see, Sana. Right, the wasp lady. I think I already talked to her, so I think I will give it a miss. What about Andrus? It appears it is a regular crow commission. Riley, again the same. 104, 115. She will give us plenty of gold, that's great. And he will give us a mystery reward. And you know what? For only 5 action points, 104 is a pretty decent payout. But this one will give us 60. What about you? Right, this is the commission for the stable boy's sword, who basically she wants her fiance to fight her stepfather because he is disapproving of the marriage, but the boy is not too keen on the situation. Okay, he's going to pay very, very good, but that's it, only coins. Plus 2 points of gold. We don't really have enough gold, right? Yeah, only a single piece. So tell you what, no. Plus, I don't want to give the boy a sword because I don't think he will survive. So tell you what, let's go with Senna. She is the one with the more elaborate commission. So she will give us decent amount of money, but also plenty of crow reputation and a mystery reward, and 600 XP as well. Right, okay, let's go with her. I think this should do it. Basically, as far as I understand, adding the handle will give us extra speed later. So I think this will be fine for now. Okay then, so go into hilt mode and let's go ahead and maybe add this one. Shrink it down. And let's make it hog the blade. Okay. It's too big. Okay, fine, make it go like this. It's fine. Next up. For handle, we only need a one-hander. Taper it down, sure. Yeah, there we go. Added the handle, we have enough speed now, that's great. And did we unlock the ring? Oh, yes we did. Okay. First, add a regular ferrule. No, that's too big. I wish the sculpting was a little bit more lenient, like it is in creative mode. Oh well, this will have to do. Just make it long enough so we have enough speed, and that's it. Just ever so slightly shorter. No. Fine, it's okay. Next up, just add a pommel. A very, very simple, I don't know, arming sword kind of a deal. Now we just need to make it a bit heavier. Alright, and we need to give it an edge, obviously. But other than that, yeah. So, need to be a little bit heavier, apparently. Well, first, let's make sure it has a cross-section. But it needs to be a lot heavier. What if I just bring the point back up to the front, so, you know, we give a little bit of weight back through the blade. It did increase the weight, obviously, but not quite enough. Plus, it lowered the speed too. I think now we can go down on thickness because stiffness has increased as well. What do you think? It is a little bit weird, but I think it will do the job. Just need a tiny amount of speed and we are golden. So let me see, if I make it ever so slightly narrower here, maybe. Let's see if that helps. Not quite. There we go. Do not touch it. It is done. Okay, so it's done. Good. I mean, I suppose, now that I look at it, I suppose I could have made it a bit longer. That would have fixed the problems that I had, but now it's fine. Everything is satisfied. Let's just call it the raider, because, you know, killing wasps, raid. Okay, let's offer it to Sana. Right. This is the lady with the bag of bones. Ugh, I completely forgot about that one. Well, hope this one goes better than your last venture. Ooh, nice. Crows rank 1. What does that mean to us, actually? I don't know. It doesn't say. Well, maybe it will be implemented later, maybe it's already in the game. I guess we will find out soon enough. For now, we have 1 point left. Just get a bit of extra steel from these old tools, and that's it. Okay then. Tonight, I think I will go and do something for the story. So we can go to the Lost City. Apparently, that commission with the bloody cloaks gave us the location of their camp. Maybe later. Then we could talk to the huntress. We could investigate the orphanage, but I think I will go and talk to Rizal because she is interesting. I think she might be psychic or something. Remember how she was looking at us weird when she first met her and she was asking cryptic questions? I think she might, if not fully psychic, maybe just have intuitions or something. Marvin. Right. Well, I think he must be the reason why guests are not keen on coming here. Okay, let's talk to Rizal. What are you writing there? Oh, right, she is the inn's bookkeeper, and apparently she is not too careful about, you know, talking about bribes. No, we are not the agent of the Mass King, obviously. Alright, so that crow. Is this what you needed help with? He's been here for months. Since he got banned from the den. Okay, it must have been a couple of days ago because, well, we did see him being kicked out a couple of days ago. Okay then, so... can't you just call the guards? So basically he's the next possible champion in the arena, which means people are turning a blind eye because, you know, nobles are betting on him, need to be kept on the sweet. So, has there always been an arena in Eren Keep? Okay. Apparently it is a recent development. They have turned the Priory of the Doves into it. Okay, I will help if I can. Okay, well, he's asking for a sword, but it's not intended for just another arena fight. That makes me a little bit iffy. A sword. Why hasn't he come to me directly? I can test the waters, but I get the feeling they will be choppy. If we do this, she will come and work for us at the forge. Apparently, she could save us a great deal of money. But what about your father? Okay. Her brother will take her place. Let me see. You will be willing to do that? I have a good feeling about you. Let's call it a hunch. And making swords beats making beds. Right, this is what I'm talking about. She is having these hunches. I don't know. Would be interesting. Before we go and talk to Marvin, let's go and talk to the barkeep as well. Anything you can tell us? Nothing really. Okay, before we go, quickly take a bite to eat. I want to be ready for tomorrow. Thank you, we are well fed. Alright, let's go and talk to Marvin. Well, one of his men was telling a story about one of his fights in the arena, and apparently he didn't tell it exactly correctly, and he got a little bit mad, and well, there we go. Okay, how long do you plan? No, I don't think I want to question him about his stay. He might get an exception to that, so tell you what, let's just get straight to the point. Uh-oh. His dagger point tickles your throat. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Who told you that? Tell me or I will cut your eyes out. Is that how Rizal? I don't think so, but it's just a rumor, everyone's talking about it. Okay, at least he's suspecting his companions, not Rizal. Okay, I am looking for someone to make me a very specific kind of sword. Not just any blade will do. I am a bladesmith, I could help you, but in exchange, you have to leave this inn and not come back. That is the only way to respond. I will pay your forge a visit tomorrow. If the sword is to my satisfaction, trust me, I will be gone from here for good. Okay then. If the sword leaves me with any doubts, well, maybe I will test it out on you. Good to know. Okay then, let's make one last round in the inn. Yes, okay, there we go. I have told Marvin I will make him a sword. In exchange, he will leave the steady inn or steady stay for good. Be careful, if he doesn't like the blade you make him, he will likely break your arm. Well, hopefully it will not come to that. And let's make one last attempt at the bar. Nothing new. Okay, I think we can go home. Alright, let's take a look. Do we have a commission? Yes, we do. 9 points, jeez. That's not an unsubstantial amount. And also we have end roll, a regular contract, Delilah, the same, and Iago is back. Okay. Iago enters your forge once again, greeting you with a cheery wave. All the blades you have made for him in the past are strapped around his person, lending him the look of a hedgehog. There's a sword across his back, a pommel glints at the ankle of his boot. Is that a concealed sheath under his armpit? I have eaten naught but onions and sprouts for a month to save up a coin for my next blade. Make it a good one. Okay, I'm starting to worry about this guy, but for now, let's take care of Marvin. We can only do one of them anyways, so let's take care of the critically important one. I'm sure Iago will be back eventually. Let's take a look. So you mentioned that you had very specific requirements. Yes, specific. And as a crumpled ball of parchment, stained with what might be wine or blood. Okay, well, the parchment is stained with what is very likely blood, and it is written on it, "Don't disappoint me." So maybe he tried his luck somewhere else and he was not satisfied. Uh-oh. He is not messing around. That symbol, exactly as I've drawn it, That's what I need you to inscribe on the blade. Any other specifications? Length, width, weight? Something with decent weight behind it, right? Lots of impact. A sword fit for a man of my size. Well, let's just get to it, I suppose. Okay, so it needs to be quite long, actually. Yeah, it is plenty long enough, I think, for a 1.5-hander sword. Speaking of, it doesn't need to be speedy or mobile, so I will take care of that one last, I think. Need to make sure that it is stiff and sharp enough. So let's reduce the thickness. Uh, 90 is a bit much. For an impactful sword, 80 sounds a bit more right. Next up, cross-section. Maybe I can make it a bit wider near the hilt and taper it towards the point. So change the width and blend it on this side. Okay, I will leave it here. It is already starting to look a little bit goofy, but you know what? For a big guy like him, I think this will fit. Right, so handle. First, he's not asking for anything specific. Let's just use this one. And you know what? For a big barbarian kind of guy, let's make it something like this. No need for an actual crossguard, just something, you know, that looks good. And just shrink it down and do it like this. And in that case, it is clipping through here. Change the width again, but only near the hilt. And blend it from here. And lower the width. Yeah, just like that. The stats are still satisfactory and the clipping is gone. Good. Okay then, so need 1 point of black pigment. Thankfully it is not 4 like I would have expected. Let's just go for yeah, a regular oval. And this one should be big enough for the 1 point of black pigment. Let's go with this one, I guess. Yeah, plenty good enough. In fact, more than enough, but we are still only using 1 point of leather, so it's fine. As for the pommel, I think this one actually looks like a somewhat believable sword, unlike some of the ones that we have been making recently. Anyways, give it a small polish before we add that sigil. 50% should be fine. So, about the sigil. I will not give a fuller, I don't want to mess with the stats. But we still need to add, I believe, yeah, mysterious sigil. Let's take a look. Oh, right, this one. No surprises there. Yeah, make it nice and big. Put it right in the middle of the bottom of the blade, and there we go. Everything appears to be satisfied, and it does look actually kind of interesting. But I don't think we have unlocked the inlays for the... Yeah, we cannot put anything into the engravings yet. So it will have to look like this. Just make the metal parts of the hilt a bit more polished, and I think we can call this one done. Yeah, I think it's done. Do we want to make the pommel out of metal? so it will have a bit more, you know, weight towards the blade itself. So if I do it like this, not polish the pommel in this case, maybe this one. No, it's fine. For a big guy, I think this kind of a massive two-hander, I don't know, bastard sword or something, I don't know what it's called, this one should be fine. Okay, let's call this the Berserker. Okay, so apparently Marvin already left. Keswin, is this a good idea? Arming a man like Marvin? Well, I don't think he has a problem being armed, so... Well, the steady state needed peace, and this was the price. I suppose you're right. I hope so. I hope for your sake this sword meets his expectations. He didn't seem a man to suffer disappointment lightly. Apparently we need to take it to him, maybe tonight. And we have 2 points left. Not much we can do about that. Yeah, none of the commissions are good to go. Okay then, just break down this one and another one. Okay, 7 and 6. Better than nothing. Let's just take a quick look at the peddlers and maybe they have something nice for us. Nothing from you. Thank you. I want to make sure that we are keeping up with the books, basically. Oh, but you. You have the hexagonal grips. Finally, something new. For 50 coins, absolutely. And which is this one? It is the turning scent. Small barrel, bulky mushroom, basically just pommels, it looks like. That's fine. For 100, we have 500 coins. Sure. Okay then, so we have no points left. I think we can... Oh, right. Don't forget to take care of Clodo as well. Thank you. And Keswin, do you have anything else to say? Ah, there we go. Increases your action points by 1. So that is why we can have 1 extra point every day. Okay then. Nothing new. Okay. I will leave you to it. So, end the day, and yes, I think I will go and talk to Chef tomorrow. Tonight I want to take care of Marvin. Yeah, we did... Huh. Oh, right. He didn't pay us yet. He will pay us once we deliver the sword, I suppose. So we had to pay 150 for the books, but he didn't pay us upfront. So, let me see. The arena. A new vendor is available thanks to my reputation with the crows. Ooh. Okay. After we talk to Chef tomorrow night, we will definitely need to come here. And plus we need to take care of the orphans as well. Oh jeez. So many stuff to do. Plus we need to talk to the Huntress and the Bloody Cloaks. But first, take care of Marvin. Okay, before we do anything else, let's talk to the innkeeper maybe. Yes, please give me a meal. Other than that, nothing new. Good, now we are well fed. What about Rizal? Nothing new, okay. Oh, let's go and talk to Marvin. Okay, 100 coins. Thanks, I guess. Anyways, right. He clipped the table in half for testing it. Obviously, Nikao wasn't very happy about it, but at least now he should be out of here, right? Yeah, he strides from the inn. Hopefully he will not be back. Okay, let's talk to Rizal. Marvin's gone, hopefully for good. Business will soon be back to normal, provided the bastard keeps his word. For now, things are better. I find myself worried about what Marvin will do with that sword, right? Kill people, I imagined. It's one of the main things swords are used for. Did no one tell you? With Marvin, I can be sure it will be the right people. Yeah. And you can be sure when you make a sword for someone else, come on now, face the truth, you make tools of murder. Axes chop wood, knives cut vegetables for stew, but swords have only one function. To be clear, I am not judging you, it is a necessary function. Are you ready to join my forge then? I broke the news to my father last night. He was heartbroken, bless him. I thought I would feel something at this point, a pang of guilt, perhaps nostalgia, but no, I can't say I feel anything at all. I will be at your forge bright and early tomorrow morning. Let's go and talk to the innkeeper. Well, if it isn't the smith who stole my daughter away from me. I'm just jesting. Despite his protestation, there's a clear sadness in Nikau's eyes. Well, the least we can do is at least talk to him a little bit. Why did you call your inn the Steady Stay? Alright, I suppose at this point we can go home. Leave the inn. As morning breaks, Rizal sweeps into your forge. With every 7th step, she mutters a number under her breath. 3,570, 3,577. Once she's through the door, she ceases counting and pulls a quill from her bag. Yeah, she's good with numbers apparently. Where is your ledger? What were you counting? My steps. Old habit I can't seem to shake. Maybe he's a little bit OCD. There is no time for chat. Not if we want to get your account sorted. The ledger? Just over here. She grabs the ledger and retreats to your corner office. Then she remains for the rest of the day, scribbling and occasionally tutting to herself. And we have recruited Rizal. Nice, which means we should have... Yeah, the organized mind is now available. Alright, so now we can actually, get this one. We'll get 1 extra point. Nice. Also, wait. Ooh, and she will all by herself will also give us 1 more extra point. Nice. Okay, we might as well talk to her. And, my father says the inn has been doing it much better. He's not over me leaving. Yeah, it's just an hour walk away. That's fine. Let me see. Ooh, okay. Well, I think I will try to wait. Maybe we can increase our diplomacy skill a little bit. I don't want to fail these, so tell you what. I think I will wait until I ask her about anything. Okay, for now, we can get back to work. Alright then, so what do we have on table for today? We have Joshan, Finicky, Wysak and Kossata, right, the stable boy's fiance. Let me see, Isaac, that is a regular job, 2 points of black leather, that's it. Finicky, that is a... A boy bursts through your door and slams it behind him. He's clutching leather bundle to his heaving pigeon breast. Smith, please, I need your help. There is no time. He glances at the door, then grabs your arm and pulls you deeper into the forge. Away from the window, he unwraps the leather bundle to reveal a pristine military blade. I need a sword made. A perfect copy of this one. First, let me just take a look at Joshan. Yeah, regular job, fine. So what do we have here? A duplicate Y. This is a fine blade you've got here. Perfect, it will cost you a duplicate Y. My father carried this sword when he fought for the Golden Heresy in the Discordant War. His heroism was so great, the voices themselves sang to him. He forged this blade after they took him deep into the reverie. Last night, 3 masked men burst into our house and demanded we give it to them. They knew exactly what they were looking for. Luckily, we keep it well hidden, but they threatened all sorts of reprisals if we didn't hand it over in a week's end. If I can give them a duplicate, perhaps they will leave us alone. Okay. What did your father think of this? He won't give it up, else he will fight them, but he can barely lift it anymore. When the voices went silent, the part of him died too. Who are these mess people? I don't know. They knew his name, knew about the sword, knew exactly which campaigns he fought in. They said they would return at week's end, and if he didn't have the sword ready to give them, they will make us wish for death. Why not just give them the real sword? This blade slew an anointed of Kantos while she was singing the soul from my father's body. With it in hand, he repelled the fleet of Volgut in the siege of Herbas. He would rather die than give it over. So would I. So your father was a hero in the Discordant War. Well, a hero to the Golden Heresy. If you fought for the Covenant, he was a demon. He held the bridge at Maiden's Crossing for 3 days, just him and his regiment against an army twice their size. Now he can't even hold a spoon steady. Time's a bastard. What do you need from me? Make me a copy, close enough to fool them in the moment. I will leave you the original to study. Please admit the Discordant War was only 12 years ago, but to most people it feels like ancient history after all the horrors of the Sundering. They couldn't care less if my father slew a saint or held the bridge. He was a hero, but now he's a forgotten old man without 2 coins to rub together. But I remember, he deserves some dignity in his final days. He deserves to die with his pride intact. Okay then, I think we have a winner. I will do his job obviously, and that is finicky, right? Yeah. That means we... okay. If we do this one, we can do Isaac as well. Yeah, just something nice for him. Black leather, that's it. Okay, first let's make sure we make this one correctly. It's not going to pay well, but you know what? I am okay with that. Needs to be a lot heavier and a little bit stiffer as well. I think we can achieve that if we make the part close to the handle a bit wider. Yeah, so first things first, let's take care of the handle itself. Nothing specific, let's go with this one. No, maybe not. Square cross, sure. Yeah, we can use this one. And then we did unlock the rings recently, right? Yes, we did. Okay. Let's use this one. And then taper the handle down. Yeah, a pretty regular looking arming sword, but still needs to be stiffer and heavier as well. So tell you what, I think I will make the board first things first. Let's make it a little bit less thin. But that will take away from the sharpness, but I think if we make it wider, that will compensate. Exactly. So this wide, and next up, let's make it even wider near the hilt. So just bring this here, and I suppose, yeah, blend from this point. Go all the way to the hilt and change it to maybe number 2. Yeah, exactly. 80%. That is quite a change to say the least, but still not stiff or heavy enough. But we have the extra width now, so I think we can make it a lot taller. Not quite, but it's okay now. If we make the cross-section more convex, I think that will help. So on the cross-section, change the convexity, get rid of that one, convexity, bring it up a little bit. So this way, no, other way. Not quite. But now we are better on weight, so I suppose we could go down on the thickness a little bit. There we go. Done. Everything satisfied. Okay, so... well, it is a little bit weird with the super wide blade, but I think it will do quite nicely. First things first, let's make sure this one blends a little bit better with the actual blade. Good. And you know what? Let's polish it as well. So a little bit of polish, maybe 50% will do. There we go. A bit more. Not all the way to 100, that's a little bit much. 80%, sure. Still shiny, but not mirror finish. Okay then, just for good measure, I think we can afford it. Let's make the hilt maybe yellow. No. Brown. Yeah, brown. Okay, so everything satisfied. I think we are done. Let's call this one the copycat. It's perfect. The twin of my father's old blade. They will never know. Father will keep his sword and they will live with this. Please don't mix them up. What will you tell your father? That they changed their minds? That they heard his name and remembered who he was? That even old lions have teeth? He will believe it. A lie like that is too comforting to disbelieve. Will they really be fooled? I don't know. I don't even know who they are or why they want this sword. But it's worth a shot. Your father sounds like a good man. He was. That war took that man and left us with a shadow. But sometimes, when he holds that sword, I see him again. Thank you for letting him keep that. Well, good luck to you. Ooh, level 10. Yes, please. Let's take a look. Do we want to have the extra point now? We could put engraving material, so we can put some inlays in the engravings. Or we can have the side fullers, not that important. Salvaging mastery, extra 15 from salvaging, but you know what? this is going to be a bit more useful, I think. Okay, then thank you very much. And this will also unlock bookkeeping, reduces daily upkeep by 10%, and increases our knowledge by 10%, 1 point. Okay, then it will be quite useful, I suspect. So, as I said, we should still have enough point to do Isaac. Just another display sword for a noble. But at least he will give us some extra gold, and he doesn't require gold. So that's going to be quite good. Okay, let's get to it. And you know what? He is asking for a narrow point. Can I make this one maybe into a katana? Let's take a look. No, that would be a little bit too long. Oh geez, that's a very long sword. Okay, then I suppose we can just use a, I don't know, claymore or something. Okay, so the handle is where it needs to be. A black leather grip, two-hander, everything else is not that important. And you know what? Let's make the blade interesting as well. Just need to have a narrow point and 7 engravings. Don't need to be unique either. As for the blade, what can we do about the blade? Let's take a look. Okay, since this is just going to be a display piece, nothing special, I played around with it, created a very long leaf blade. It's very unrealistic as far as I can tell, but you know what? It will do. Okay, so now you just need to have the 7 engravings and we can call this one done. Sure, whatever, it will do. Not very interesting engravings, but engravings nonetheless. Okay, I think we can call this one done, and I will name it the Narcissus. Sure. Okay then, so we are completely out of points, and before we go, I would like to take a look at the peddlers real quick. And nothing at the scrap peddler, that's fine. And I don't want to sell anything right now. Nothing at the ironmonger. It's a shame, but... oh, we are very low on steel, so I will buy some steel. Let's say... yeah, this much. And nothing here either. Okay. I think we can call this one here. I don't want to do anything at this point. We are running very close to the time limit, so tell you what. I think we'll pick things up in the next episode and see what's up with... although, I don't know. You know what? I will take a look. So, we could go to the Lost City to visit the Bloody Cloaks, or we can go to the arena. A new vendor is available thanks to the reputation with the crows. Very intriguing. What about the den for the huntress, or we could go to the orphanage. You know what? It's been a couple of days. Let's pay a visit to Chev and then we will decide next evening. Okay, the door creaks open. Right. How did it go? Finicky slips inside, glancing over his shoulder before pushing it shut. He looks different, older somehow. There's an ugly bruise yellowing on his cheekbone. It worked. Ugh, glad to hear it. They believed it was the real blade. They barely looked at it, snatched it from my hand and disappeared into the night. I don't know who they were, don't know what they wanted with a war relic, but they are gone now and father still has his sword. Okay. Does your father know? A bruise on your face, what happened? One of them hit me when I handed over the sword, said it was a reminder to keep my mouth shut. I've had worse. What about your father? No, I told him they heard his name and thought better of it. That even old lions have their teeth. He believed it. You should have heard him gloating. For a moment it was like the old him was back in all his power and confidence. I'm glad it worked out. Me too. I don't know how much time father has left, but at least he will spend it with his sword on the wall and his pride intact. Thank you, Smith, for everything. Okay then, first things first. Make sure Clodo is good to go. There you go. And Caswin, do you have anything new to say? Oh, it's nice to have another person around the shop, isn't it? Though Rizal keeps calling me Caswit. I should probably correct her one of these days. Okay. And do you have anything new to say? No. Okay then, I think... let me just take a look at the commission before we say goodbye. So we have Celine, a regular job. Yeah, the broken blade needs a replacement. Victoria. Something lightweight. She wants something to protect her family with. Very tempting. Joan. Replacement blade. Right, for the guard. You know what? We could do Victoria and Joan at the same time. If we do Celine or Osco, everyone else is off limits. So Osco... I need a bladesmith, something light but sharp, a real throat cutter. I had a bit of a trouble last week. I aim to make sure it won't happen again. Revenge is not the best reason to get a sword. Okay, I think I will do Victoria and Joan in the next episode. This guy requires something from the Sword of the East, which means we could turn it... Yeah, I think we can make Joan a katana. Only requires a regular point, 1.5 hand, easily done. And Victoria, nothing special, one-hander, narrow point. Yeah, maybe I will give her a rapier or something. Okay then, so, as I said, we will do this in the next episode. For now, all that is left to say is that thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want. If you would like to support me a little bit more, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a channel member, which will give you an early and ad-free access to these videos. Once again, thank you for watching and thank you very much for your support. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.